Well, hello, I am Brian with Wampler pedals, of course, and today I want to show you the new Ethereal delay and reverb. You probably have heard us talk about it quite a bit. You may have, you may not have, I don't know. If you watched our YouTube channel, you've seen it. If you're on Facebook or Instagram or anything, you've seen it on our NAM boards. We've been threatening to release it. It's finally available by the time you watch this, like a week from now. So middle June 2017, I think June 16th or something like that. So basically, what we're doing here, it's a delay and reverb in one, and I wanted to do something that was completely different than what I had done before. So I wanted something that was ambient, something that you could just play a couple of simple notes and really have a lot of fun just playing those notes without trying to shred or trying to get great distorted tone or anything like that. Like, whenever I play this pedal, and when I was creating it with another guy that works with me called Jake, my engineer Jake, you may have seen him on the Chasing Tone podcast a year or two ago. But anyways, when we were designing this, one of the things that we're really trying to do is we wanted to get like the really great lush delays and reverbs that you hear in like some of the bigger, more expensive effects, but without like all the like knobs and manuals and like just, we wanted something you could just turn a couple knobs and get something just really killer. So, and I think we've completely accomplished that. I've been tweaking this I threatened to release this like a year ago, and it just wasn't exactly there. It finally now is perfectly there. It's exactly what I want it to be. So let's jump into how it works, what it does, and the functions of it real quick. So, as I said, it is a delay and reverb. Here's your two volumes for your delay and reverb. That's your reverb volume, that's your delay volume. Okay? It also has different delay modes. I'll go through that in a minute. Feedback, like you would normally find on like a delay or a reverb or something like that. And the delay time, and just so you can kind of understand, the reverb and the delay are kind of tied together. They're kind of like a weird marriage of sorts. So they work together to create an effect. Yes, you can use it independently, but as I'll show you, it also does a whole lot more than just a reverb and just a delay. It's a pretty killer thing. Let me start off with just a basic delay, okay? So this is your normal quarter note delay, nothing fancy, nothing out of the ordinary for a delay, right? So I have the reverb mixed down, I have the delay mixed up just a little bit. Let me turn it up to get a little more exaggerated effect. Playing my Whitfield Telecaster through the Wampler Bravado amplifier. 112 cabinet mic'd with a couple of ribbons. Let me turn my clean tone first. Okay, we turn on the delay only on the first setting of the delay mode, which is just a quarter note, just a basic delay. Okay, and so as you can see, the tone control is in the middle. We can take some more of those highs out. And it's not just a simple tone control. It's actually, it's a pretty interesting tone control. I'll explain it more in a minute. Turn up to 3 o'clock. All the way up on the tone control. Okay, so I like to call about noonish or 1 o'clock pretty transparent. So as you're increasing the tone, it's going to get a little, I don't even know how, a little bit more presence, I guess you could say. And as you're decreasing it, it's going to get just warmer without getting real woofy. So that's the basic delay setting, okay? Now let's go to delay setting number 2. Now we'll take that quarter and add a triplet to it. And then if we go to the third setting, it's going to add a secondary dotted eighth note on top of the quarter note. Okay, so you have two delays there, a quarter note and a dotted eighth on top of that. And then the final mode, which, and you know, I don't know what I wanted to call this because it was just like this really cool ethereal sound that it's basically feeding back on itself. So it's really cool. I'm going to turn the feedback up a little bit, turn the delay mix up a little bit so you can see or hear exactly what it's doing. I'll play a single note so it's easier. So as you can see, it's playing a note and then it's kind of getting faster and feeding back on itself and creating this huge lushness. Now, why would you want to do something like that? Because it gives you all kinds of different options. So again, this is one of those type of pedals that you can use as just a basic delay and reverb, or it's something that you can use to maybe write something or create something or just create this ambience around you. So as you can see, it's just this huge lushness. And also, before I go any further, I want you to note this. It does have a trails on and off switch. If you want true bypass, you can have that. If you want the notes to continue, even when the effect's off, you can have that as well. So here, turn the feedback up. So it's a very cool effect if you like that trails thing on top of your reverb and delay, which you probably do. It's a good function to have. It's not true bypass at that point, but that's not the point, because the point is it's a cool effect. And true bypass isn't always the best, not in every situation. So, okay, so that's the delays in a nutshell. It can, let me go back to the quarter note mode, it can get really slow. So it's almost like a chorus effect. It's a little thicker of a chorus type of thing, but it's still kind of a cool effect. And all the way up, it's a second long. So that's a delay. Let's put the delay time right back in the middle or so. And let's talk about the reverb, okay? Turn the delay mix down. The reverb control, all right. Okay, so let me turn the delay time up and we'll see what happens there. delay time down. So as you can see, the delay time itself is also affecting the reverb. And not only that, the feedback itself is going to affect the reverb as well. So as you can see, that's dramatically different than what you would probably expect from just a reverb pedal. If I turn that feedback all the way down, do the same thing. So all I did there is I had it in trails mode, I turned it off in the middle of it and played kind of a basic rhythm over the top of my ambience, or my ambient type of sound. And it's a cool effect. Like I said, it's the type of thing that you could just sit there and literally play for a long time and get in trouble because you didn't go to work when you were supposed to, or you forgot to pick the kids up, or what have you. So it's bad for that because you kind of lose track of time. But it's very fun, it really is. All right, so let's do something else. Let's play with the tone control on the reverb itself. So as you can see, it has a lot of different types of tones in it. The tone control responds to both the delay and the reverb. And if you just want like a simple type of thing, so maybe you're playing your country band or whatever, and you just want to slap back and a little bit of echo, you can do that really easy. You just want to be on the first setting. Set your time to wherever you want it. You'll want your feedback down just a little bit. Let's start with the delay. Let's add a little bit of reverb. on top of it. I'm going to use the Clarksdale for this. So we'll do that whole, you know, like the traditional sound you would use like in a country band or maybe even like a funk type of thing. It'll do a bit longer delay, which is cool for all different types of music, whether it's blues or just like modern rock or whatever. Let's set our delay time. Add a little reverb. I'm going to turn the tone control up just a bit. All right, and let me hit the Jacaras for this, the gain all the way down. Go back to the Clarksdale and take some gain on it, put some gain up, I should say. Okay, so a bit about the modes here. Now that may be confusing. Basically, if you have whatever quarter note you have, whatever quarter note speed you have, it's going to add a dotted eighth or a triplet on top of that speed. So it's going to, both of them are going to adjust according to this delay speed dial. Okay, the reason for that really is just for the ambient factor. So that does anything on it. Let's try this. You turn my feedback up a bit. I'll turn my tone. It's about 1 o'clock. Let me turn my delay speed down just a little bit. And we'll go to the triplet mode, and you'll notice the triplet and dotted eighth are fairly similar. The big thing that's going to change is just if you're playing something rhythmic, then sometimes you'll want a dotted eighth, sometimes you'll want a triplet. It's a cool, fun thing to play with. Okay, let's do the same sort of thing. I'm going to turn the reverb delay up just a little bit more. So there you have it. That is the new Ethereal. I hope you love it as much as I do. I've been really working really hard on this pedal, trying to get it just right, trying to get to do the exact thing that I've really wanted out of a delay. I've had all the, I'm not going to mention names, I had all the big popular brands of delays, and I love a lot of them. I still have a ton of delays sitting on a shelf that I use just for fun. This is the one that I wanted something that would help me just get lost in playing, if that makes sense. So not so much worried about what kind of overdrive tone I have, if I'm playing the lick right. I wanted something I could just create something with. And honestly, that's what it does. I sit down and play. Before I did this video, I sat down and killed in like 45 minutes just writing stuff. And that's what it does, and that's what I love it for, and I hope you love it too. So make sure you check it out. You can check it out at our website, wamplerpedals.com. You can check it out from your nearest retailer. If they're cool, they carry it. So that's kind of the testing factor that you want to go by. If your store doesn't carry it, you need to tell them they're not cool and they need to carry it. So check it out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week with a new video. That's it. Well, that's not it either. That sucked. Let me try that one more time. That's not it either. It's like 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night, dude.